is a series of, well, it's a collection of legends, superstitions, ghost stories, and I thought for today's video I would read one to you, sort of carrying on a theme. The last few videos I've done have been about the coast, and firstly I did one on my walk around part of the North Wales coast, and I've also done one on lighthouses. So I was looking through this book, deciding which one to read to you, and I saw this one and I thought, yeah, perfect, ties in well. Okay, well, the chapter I'm going to read to you is called The Shipwrecks of Dunraven Castle. Now, Dunraven Castle doesn't exist any longer, sadly. It was sadly abandoned very near the coast. The sea was eroding the cliffs. The house became unstable, and it had been left to the local authority back in the 1920s, I think. It had been used during the World Wars as a hospital, and then in the 1960s, I think it was, it became a danger and expensive for the local authority to run, so they pulled it down. And it was a beautiful building, and all that is left now is the gardens, which are beautiful. You can still visit them. Beautiful walled gardens, and a few foundations and rubble, really. But anyway, this tells you about some of the legends about the castle and some of the more unsavoury times. I hope you enjoy the story. The Shipwrecks of Dunraven Castle by Graham Loveluck-Edwards. The Bristol Channel is an especially treacherous waterway to navigate. It has a massive tidal range, the second biggest in the world, in fact. Confounded with devilish cross currents, impenetrable murky waters, also where the Schwill aquifer surfaces. This is a subterranean river that creates violent cross currents in the estuary mouth. These have claimed many lives in my lifetime, let alone across the span of history. To the east of that is the Nash, a sandbank with the unnerving property of being able to move. An ill-fated ship called Frolic famously struck the Nash in March 1831 with a loss of 78 lives, one of the worst tragedies ever in these waters. To help seafarers steer clear of these terrifying death traps, in the 19th century, 2 lighthouses were built. One was started in 1831 on the eastern flank at Nash Point, and 30 years later another was built on the western flank at the end of the breakwater at the entrance to Folklore harbour. Before these were built, nighttime navigation along this stretch was mainly achieved by setting a course and keeping an eye out for the streetlights of Newton in Folklore, which signalled that you were clear of the rocks. This was far from a scientific solution, and it kept the scavenging, coastal living folk of the Vale of Glamorgan in a plentiful supply of plunder. Washed up on their beaches from the wreckage of numerous merchant ships, some took it upon themselves to unduly influence the number of wrecks without any qualm or thought to the lives they were endangering in the process. With a tragic irony, the most prolific of these was a man who, in his earlier life, had sought to be the saviour of the victims of shipwrecks. Brief history of Dunraven Castle. There has been a castle on the headland between Dunraven Beach and Sundown Beach since the Iron Age. The earthworks for the original Iron Age hill fort are still visible, though best viewed from above. To the south of the later buildings, legend had it that this was the home of Caractacus, king of the Silures tribe, but more about him later. The name Dunraven may well be a corruption lost 2 children in a tragedy at sea. As you would expect, he was distraught, and in some accounts this was the catalyst for him to pursue setting up a sea rescue service to make local navigations safer for seafarers. In other accounts, this idea came to him after he saw a ship in distress on the rocks and swam out to rescue survivors. Whichever is true, it is not altogether clear why the relevant authorities refused him permission to do this. Not too long afterwards, his wife caught a fever, sickened, and died. In a bit of grief, he turned to drink and gambling to dull the pain. As time went by, despite the cushion of his great wealth, things clearly got out of control, and he squandered away his family fortune, ending up with large gambling debts that threatened the loss of the family estate. Outraged by this cycle of loss and depravity, and despairing that he had become unbearable to live with, his one surviving son left home to seek out his fortune, and his daughter disowned him. Alone and threatened with financial ruin, he turned to an unlikely source for help, a local pirate, a smuggler, and ne'er-do-well who lived in the Monknash area and went by the name Matt of the Iron Hand. This name he had earned on account of the iron hook that he had in the place of a severed hand. Walter Vaughan gave Matt of the Iron Hand free rein of his estate, which spanned the cliff tops east of the castle. It was on these cliff tops that Matt organised teams to tie lanterns to the tails of grazing sheep, replicating the appearance of the lights of Folklore. Seeing these lanterns, passing ships would think they had passed the dangers of the rocks and would be lured onto Tusker Rock. The nearest beaches were also part of Vaughan's private estate, and Matt's teams would rummage unchallenged through the spoils and corpses washed ashore. Whatever they gathered would be split between Matt of the Iron Hand, his henchman, and Walter Vaughan. These wreckers, fearful that word of their trickery would get out, were absolutely ruthless. Any survivors who made it to shore were swiftly dispatched to make sure their dastardly secret went nowhere other than the grave. In the book, there is a picture of Sundown Beach. It's not very clear, it is black and white. Legend has it that Vaughan's life choices came back to haunt him you fall off to sleep or